Alright, I'm going to show you how to complete the second portion of the main quest line. If you haven't done part 1, just go ahead and check out my previous guide in the description. So for this, you're going to need to be on the one of them step of the main quest line. You're going to need to be level 15, have a large group of players, and the rewards you get from this are a set of dark hood and robes, the magic wall spell, and then you can choose either the royal helm or the royal dagger, depending on what choices you make at the end. This step of the quest could be optional if the way to the portal room is already unlocked, but know if you skip this, you're also going to miss out on the dark hood and the dark robe. So what we're going to do is go underneath the monastery where we left off at the end of part 1. I'm going to head out the north side of the Basile Bank and then take the road west for a bit. Now I'm going to cross the bridge to the north and then keep going west towards the monastery. Get up on the raised walkway and go north until we get to the ladder. Take the ladder down and start walking west. Just keep going west through the water and we'll be where we need to be. Sometimes this path is blocked by some logs. I'll show you where to open that up in a second. Don't go through these doors until you have your group ready, but this is where we're going to start the next portion. So let me take you back to where we can open up the logs. Just over this bridge to the east is a door with 2 monks, and just at the top of the staircase is going to be the lever and a chest with a silver dagger in it. To get back out, just go back down the stairs and through the door. Here are the key areas we're going to be visiting this quest, and like I said, you could probably skip the first portion if the magic wall in the portal room has already been lowered. Once your group's ready, just go ahead and enter the doors and start killing mobs. I would recommend clearing out the west side first so that the group has more room to deal with in case anything goes wrong, and the exits over that way as well. Also wanted to add that most of the mobs here aren't really too big of a deal. The only ones you need to be worried about are the scholars because they hit very hard and very fast. Now that we've got the west side cleared, let's go to this room in the east. This is a pretty dangerous room because this is where the scholars are. As you can see, the scholar just schooled me so fast before I could even react to it, but at least my respawn point's at the monastery, so it's a pretty quick run back. So just finish clearing all the mobs in this room, and then there's 2 chests in the back. That'll have the dark robe and the dark hood. Now that you've got your loot, we're going to take this portal to lower the magic wall in the portal room on the map. Okay, so this lever is going to control the magic wall over there. You can see it in the corner. So just flip that, make sure it's open, and then head back through the portal. From here, we're going to go back to the west side and then take the exit to the south. Once we're through this door, just keep going south and take the wooden bridge over here to the east. So this is just going to spit us out in the water just a little bit west of the Bastille Market. But from here we're going to make our way to the portal room, which is that shack next to Jordan's house where you get the Forsaken Cross in part 1. Once we're through the city walls, just take the path to the southeast for a while. At this fork in the road, we're going to take the ramp to the east. Start going southeast and look for another set of stairs to go up. Then let's lower this guy's property value and run through his alleyway to the east. We're just going to keep working our way southeast for a little bit here. We took a small detour to this player's house for a second, but it's literally right next to the portal room. From here, just keep heading south and you'll reach the portal room in no time. Take the first portal you see, and this is going to take us to the cultist tower, and then we're just going to wait here for stragglers for a little bit. This next part is going to require you to fight through 4 levels of this tower. Each level is going to have various combinations of cult mobs, but it's nothing that we haven't fought before. So just send tanks in first, and then always try to focus the scholars before anything else, and everything else should die pretty easily. We're going to be fighting immediately as we go through this door, so make sure everybody's ready before. I recommend turning the battle list on because it's easier to see what or even if you're attacking when there's this many people around. Now with the cultist dead, let everybody regenerate their mana and health, then we're just going to repeat this process until we reach the top. The second floor doesn't look like there's any scholars, so it's a little bit less dangerous than the first. The next room's going to have 3 scholars in it, so it's definitely the most dangerous. There's also a couple acolytes which do like 50 to 60 damage with their projectiles, so just be mindful of those as well. The final level is pretty easy, it's just like 4 or 5 monks, so your party should be able to make quick work of them. With the monks dead, just loot the chest and you'll get the magic wall spell, and then we can head through the portal. Just also make sure nobody takes the lever over there, because you'll just drop down to the bottom of the tower and have to come all the way back up again. Through the portal is going to be the chest that you were probably wondering how to get while we were running around the monastery the first time. This is going to give us the blue rose, which is the item we need to complete the quest. This room is directly above where Cedric teleports you in during part 1 of the quest, so we have to run all the way through the monastery to exit. It's a pretty linear path, just make sure you go to the top floor at this grouping of staircases. Now that we're out of the monastery, I'm just gonna head back to the bank and get ready for the next part of the quest. So just head over this bridge, and then we're gonna go east through the room, and keep going east through the water until we can get to the ladder. We're going to take the rows to Drystan. I would hope by this point you would know how to get there, but here's a map in case you don't. So head out the city gate and we'll take this path to the east and hit the rope shortcut so we can get to the caravan. Go up the nearest ramp and go south so we can get into the caravan, and then we're going to run through it to the southeast. Take the stairs down and then go east across the wooden bridge. From here, keep heading southeast until we reach the Sentinel's Tower. Down these stairs is going to be a set of stairs across from us, and now we're at the Sentinel Tower. Run around to the other side and then head up the top to talk to Drystan. Talk to Drystan about the rose that you found, and he's going to give you a letter to deliver to the king. In case you didn't know where the king was, this is how you can get to him from the Basile Bank. Let's go ahead and backtrack the way that we came back to the city and deliver this to the king. Once you get down this ramp, just go west until you reach the rope shortcut. As we enter the castle grounds, the first staircase on the west is going to take us to where we need to go. Inside of this room here is going to be Yeswalt. We're going to talk to him about Drystan. He's going to read the letter and ask if we'd like to speak to the king. Just tell him yes. Talk to King Charles about Drystan. He'll read the letter and, just like a real politician, be pretty uninterested in the matter and not want to do anything about it. But this is the portion of the quest where we can choose between the royal dagger and the royal helmet. You can talk to Godric to have him escort you out of the king's chambers. This next step is very important, so if you mess this up, you will not be able to claim the reward that you want, and there's no way to fix it. If you want the royal helmet, do not talk to Yeswalt at all, and just go straight back to Drystan. If you want the dagger, talk to Yeswalt, and you can grab it from the chest next to him at the end of the quest. So if you wanted the dagger, you can talk to Yeswalt right here. He'll give you a key so you can open up both of those chests in the room you just saw there. But I want the helmet, so I'm going to go back to Drystan. Give the rose to Drystan, and in return, he's going to give you a key to open the chest behind you. That's going to have the royal helmet in it, and this is going to be the end of the main quest line, at least for now.